first of all, I'm so excited to be hanging out with you. I am such a psycho uber fan of yours. I have been watching you for many, many years, and now I want to steal your clothes.
Okay, say it.
I only found out today that you're married to Ron Livingston.
Yeah.
Burger in Sex and the City. Office Space. His new show's Louder Milk, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've been all about you. I didn't even
about me. He gets enough love. Look at this from the ladies.
Although I do want to ask a question, if you don't mind, because it's a huge thing in my life that he just happens to be, well, the catalyst of. When Berger broke up with Carrie on the Post-it note, which is, by the way, so much more than us girls get now. That seems like a novel in the day and age of ghosting. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah. Now I know where you're at. Yeah. Don't hate me. Well, we'll figure that out later. I may or I may not. I don't know. But it's like, it's so informative, and everyone poo-pooed it back in the day.
Yeah.
To me, that's...
we used to, back in the day when we first started dating, we'd be walking in the West Village and there'd be those Sex and the City tours. Yes. And Ron would be like, go left. And we'd have to like duck into Magnolia Bakery or something because women would come up and scream at him. They'd be like, you broke up with her on a Post-it. You know what I mean? So he really got a lot of heat for a long time.
Well, okay, so I just rewatched it again because I kind of watch it every couple of years.
Yeah.
And I watched it in real time when the show came out, obviously. Yeah. And then I watched it a few years later, and then a few years later. Okay, now I'm going to be 50, and I just rewatched it again from start to finish.
Yeah.
Carrie is push. She's hard. It's like, I was like, I want to be Carrie. I'm Carrie. Yeah. Watching it this time, I was like, Carrie's a lot.
Oh, right.
Carrie can push you away. Carrie has got some issues.
Drew has some notes for Carrie about like making it work. Yeah.
So he really does get crap for the Post-it
note? He did for like a long time. And then, you get a little older. And I think the last time we were somewhere, someone came up to him and they were like, hey, man, you look like that guy from Office Space, but like, way older. And I was like, oh, we're in that chapter of life now. Yeah. There's a dog.
Wait, did you play Aiden's?
Yeah. Hi.
Wait a minute. You played Aiden's wife on Just Like That?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And so now they're a couple. So I liked you saying she was, no, I'm kidding. Like, a lot.
No, I'm not kidding. And I feel bad for saying this, but all of our icons, like, she really pushed him. And I kind of, like, they were not doing well or thriving. He wasn't the worst guy for having to say, like, I think we're in a bad pattern here.
But wasn't the whole point of that show sort of like where we get to be sort of empowered and the guys were kind of like playing the girlfriend roles? You know what I mean?
It was very woman forward.
That's what I'm saying.
Which was great because we wanted to see a show about us. And, someone said to me once that all 4 characters were really the embodiment of one woman. Yeah. That we had our sexuality, our business side, our romantic, I want to be married side, and our, like, we're wild growing up. Like, and I thought that was...
The parts of us. All different. Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's why I would play the game of who am I now? There's been times where I was a Charlotte, times where I was a Carrie, but I think we need to let Berger off the hook is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
I'm telling you, he was pushed.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you have a lot of empathy for him.
I do. See. Now I'm not like, you jerk. I'm like, oh... maybe you needed to go. Maybe you need to get out of that.
Yeah.
And again, in the day and age of ghosting, that Post-it would be a novel compared to what we get. And okay, so now you're Aiden's wife. Oh my God, what's it like to be in the legacy?
It's super fun. I missed it kind of in real time. I was like trying to be an actor. I don't even think I could afford cable. So like I didn't see it in real time. And then when Ron and I were dating, I remember being in a hotel room and watching the show, like, you're so cute as Berger. Like, I'm so glad I'm dating you. Right. Like I saw it after the fact.
Oh my God, it's such a turn on when you see somebody you're dating doing something and it, like, the talent or the job or even having a job.
Yeah, that's always
is nice. Employment is so sexy.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, like, I had 2 musician boyfriends. And
at the same time?
Not at the same time, but at a different time. And one was a drummer, and or is a drummer, and I'll never forget walking on a stage and seeing him drum for the first time. And then my other, Fabrizio Moretti of the Strokes, we were together 5 years. He's the best guy in the world. He's so good. And then my other boyfriend, Eric Erlandson, was the guitarist in Hole. And those moments, yes.
You have had such a sexy life. I mean, right?
Thank God, because it's so boring now. Okay, I am so obsessed with your new film. It's called Out of My Mind. It is a Disney Plus film. We have a clip. Why don't we take a look? But this is the most uplifting, beautiful film.
I love this movie so much. I might be more proud of this movie than anything I've ever done. The actress that I was so blessed to work with, Phoebe Ray-Taylor, is this 16-year-old who has cerebral palsy. She is a brilliant, beautiful voice, but she plays somebody who can't use their voice and needs to get this AC device, like a Medi-Talker. And she just moved through that. It was her first acting role with such bravery, grace, vulnerability. I just hope everybody sees it. I know she just wants people to see people who are in wheelchairs and not push them aside. And she's been so bullied, in school. And she's just really hoping that people see this and say, we're just like you. You know what I mean? We get our heart broken. We have dreams, It's a beautiful, funny, uplifting, but you will bawl your eyes out.
To me, this is a film that should be shown actually in film school.
Yeah. And in regular school.
Yes.
For kids and teachers.
Yes, it's very much about actually kids in schools, and has this incredibly, first of all, it also shows you not to assume. I don't assume anything. So when she does convey her thoughts through this machine, it's a good reminder that sometimes we don't assume so much. We don't know how much somebody sees us and cares about us and loves us. But it should be shown as a case study of how you can tell stories in the most inspiring, triumphant, rad, can-do, spirited way. And by the way, then also Jennifer Aniston does her voice. So it's that's another layer of...
Yeah, she has this moment where she's like, I don't have a voice, so I guess I get to pick any voice I want. And the really sweet thing is Phoebe was named after Friends. The show Friends was the backstory of her whole life. She still watches it every night before bed. And Jennifer Aniston was her favorite, or is her favorite actress. So when she heard that was going to be her voice, she just started sobbing because she was so happy that they're connected in celluloid,
I felt like I got so much out of it, and it's so beautiful. You guys, everyone does need to see this film. It is just incredible. It is about the human spirit. And then if you're looking for something completely different, we're both in Smile too.
Yeah.
I had so much fun making that film. I only did one day on it, but I really enjoyed myself, and I love Naomi. She's such a moxie badass.
Right?
So good in the movie,
it's like
too.
A ray of light. I mean, not in the movie.
Yeah,
She's tortured.
Exactly.
But yeah, you're so good in it.
Oh, thank you.
I like that you just also break the rules. Horror movies, they want you to be sort of foreboding and stuff. And you're like, oh no, I'm going to do whatever I want. You know what I mean? I'm just going to have fun.
You always surprise me. All right, we have to go to a quick commercial break, but when we come back, can we play a game?
Yeah.
My goal is to get into your phone and find out the last text you sent your husband. We'll be right back.